Alright guys, so AEW x NJPW Forbidden Door is this Sunday and we're going to do predictions for it. It is one of the most highly anticipated shows of the year, and from somebody who just came from WrestleMania, this card is stacked. And I cannot wait to talk about it. But first, your boy's gonna be there. Very excited to say I will be at Forbidden Door this year in Toronto, Canada. It is not my first time, it is my fourth time going to Canada. I've been there 3 separate times in the last 10 years. I have not been there since 2016. It's going to be a long time coming, but I'm super excited. I'm going to be at the show in 2 different ways, more ways than one, but I'll tell you guys more about that, when we get there. Also, I did attend Forbidden Door last year in Chicago, Illinois with my nephew/godson. There is a vlog on my YouTube channel that should be going up in the next 2 days or so, documenting that. Check it out. If not, it's probably already on the channel. We'll check it out anyway. He won't be with me this time, but he'll be watching at home. This is going to be my second AEW Forbidden Door show, and I believe my 8th AEW show overall. I want to hit 10 before the year's out, and I think we're going to do it. But that being said, guys, let's get into this match card. I believe there's 9 or 8 matches on this show, so we're going to talk about them all, my predictions, and how I feel about these matches, alright? Let's get into it. And one more time before we get into it, make sure you guys like and follow for more content like this. This match was just recently announced on AEW Dynamite. We have a fatal 4-way for the AEW International Championship between Orange Cassidy, Daniel Garcia, NJPW World TV Champion Zack Sabre Jr., and Ring of Honor Television Champion, or Pure Champion, Ring of Honor Pure Champion, sorry about that, Katsuyori Shibata. I knew when I saw this tag team match happening on Dynamite, there was likely going to be a fatal 4-way in the future. And I love how there's all champions in this, and then there's Daniel Garcia. I mean, the guy without the championship would be the dark horse to win, right? That'd be my imagination. But seriously, there's so much great talent in here. Zack Sabre Jr., one of the greatest submission experts in all of professional wrestling. Katsuyori Shibata, one of the best strikers in all professional wrestling. Daniel Garcia, I mean, he's a great technician in his own right. And Orange Cassidy, he is killing it as international champion. Can we just talk about it real quick? This man has been defending the championship every week for months now. Having really good matches on TV week to week. And though he's not in any storyline per se, the consistent title defenses really brings a sense of importance to that championship. I'll be honest, it's honestly worth more than a TNT championship is. And this is not a knock on a TNT champion Luchasaurus at all, but the fact that the championship has been bounced around for the last 6 months by Wardlow and a ensemble of 5 other guys, it's hard to really care about a championship where we live in an era where champions are holding on to their championships for a year, 2 years. You see Bianca Belair, Roman Reigns, all these people having long reigns, and the TNT championship is just doing whatever. Closest reign we have to that is the International Championship right now. So it's a lot easier to say this title feels more prestigious. I say all that to say that Orange Cassidy is going to retain. As much as I would love to see Shibata as International Champion, or even Zack Sabre Jr. as International Champion, I want Orange Cassidy to hold that title for even longer. He's doing such a great job with it. He should be rewarded by holding on to it. Till he finds a formidable opponent in Toru Yano. Which will likely never happen, but a guy can dream. Or Minoru Suzuki. We never got that match, Joey Janela. But I digress. This is not the match happening at Forbidden Door, but this is the closest semblance to the match that we're getting that I could render. But it is the team of Chris Jericho, Minoru Suzuki, and Sammy Guevara versus Darby Allin, Sting, and the mystery opponents. My prediction for the mystery opponent is going to be Tetsuya Naito. He's the only big New Japan star that's not actually on the show right now. Nor was he on the show last year, I believe. So he's a bit overdue for an AEW appearance. And I think the result is the same. Sting, Darby, and Tetsuya Naito beat the Les Ex Gods, Suzuki, Goon, whatever they call themselves. I think this is leading up to Sting versus Chris Jericho at All In, and that will be Sting's retirement match. Gonna be a sad one to see, though. He's been having such a great run for himself, and yeah, I'm glad I got to see Sting in his final days. Said that like he's dying, Jesus. We have a 5-on-5 tag team match between Wheeler Yuta, Jon Moxley, Claudio Castagnoli, Konosuke Takeshita, and Shota Umino versus the Elite, Hangman Page, and the Young Bucks, Tomohiro Ishii, and Eddie Kingston. This is the most New Japan match on this entire card if I've seen one. I mean, a 5-on-5? Come on, this is definitely New Japan's booking here. I mean, the match makes sense, don't get me wrong. I just don't feel like we needed a 5-on-5 on this already humongous card. But I'll take what I can get. Listen, my son Shota Umino is on this team, and my favorite Konosuke Takeshita is on this team. I've been repping Claudio Castagnoli since his Cesaro days. Willow Yuta's from Philadelphia, let's go. And there's John Moxley. Do you really expect me to bet up against that team? Come on now. Blackpool Combat Club wins. Probably gonna eat shit in the end for that prediction, but what do you want me to do? In the only women's match on this entire show, Willow Nightingale will be going up against Toni Storm for the AEW Women's World Championship. I believe last year Forbidden Door we had Toni Storm versus Thunder Rosa, so Toni Storm back in the women's slot, which is always a good thing because Toni Storm is really damn good. Willow Nightingale is awesome, and I really would want to see her have like a nice run as AEW Women's Champion. I think she would be a great champion. But the thing is, she's already the NJPW Strong Women's Champion. And all wrestling fans already know when there's a champion versus champions match and only one championship is on the line, the champion's going to retain. Like, it's common knowledge. Willow's chances are less than 0, so I'm going to go with Toni Storm. I do think this match is going to kick a lot of ass. This is probably like top 5 matches I'm most excited for on this entire card, if I'm being honest. We got CM Punk making his singles return back to AEW against Satoshi Kojima. The original match slotted here was going to be CM Punk versus Kenta, but I believe Kenta didn't want to work this match. Or Punk didn't want, one of the two didn't want to work, or both of them maybe, I don't know. I said on Twitter, I'm like low-key glad we didn't get CM Punk versus Kenta, because I don't think it would have been as good as it would have been like 10 years ago. Oddly enough, I feel like this is probably going to be a better match than Punk versus Kenta would have been. I mean, firstly, it's Kojima, you can't go wrong with that. But I feel like these day and age, Punk always does better with guys just slightly bigger than him. Working that underdog role, if you know what I mean. As far as who wins, I mean, it's a no-brainer. Punk's going to win this match, and he's going to advance in the Owen Hart tournament. Or he will likely win the whole thing. I have a slight spoiler coming up for AEW Collision, so if you have not seen Collision yet, skip ahead by like 30 seconds. Another match that's soon going to be announced on this card is Tom Lawler versus Adam Cole. As you can see in the back, MJF looks like he's hired him as his hired gun. I've only seen Tom Lawler wrestle like maybe once or twice. I know he's a former UFC fighter and all, so I can't really say too much about him. I'm assuming it's going to be a good match. I'm going to go with Adam Cole to win that match, and then we're probably going to get Adam Cole versus MJF at All In. Not going to lie though, this could have been a match reserved for Dynamite because do we really need 10 matches on this card? Just me. Now we're getting into the main card, the big 4 matches on this entire show. We got Sanada defending the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship against Jungle Boy Jack Perry. Now, last time we seen Jungle Boy, he was getting absolutely cooked by Sanada on Twitter. Sanada all but hit us with a Thanos saying, "I don't even know who you are." And I mean, like, it is a very randomly thrown together match. Because if you think about it, outside of this being an open challenge, there would be zero justification for why Jungle Boy gets this match. I see people saying Jungle Boy doesn't deserve it, he's not ready, and like I said, the only out for this match is that it's an open challenge. That being said, if Sanada would not have made this an open challenge, this would not be his opponent. So why is he mad? I'm not too sure. Kinda sounds like his own fault that this match is happening. But I digress. I think this is a hidden sleeper, especially Jungle Boy. Seeing all the criticism online, he's probably going to come out this match guns blazing. I feel like this match is going to be a real hidden maverick. And I mean, like, the whole city is against him at this point, so I'm not delusional enough to say he's going to win, but I'm rooting for him. That being said, Sanada's going to retain. MJF is defending the AEW World Championship against the ace, Hiroshi Tanahashi. I'm excited for this match because it is such a divisive match. 2 completely different styles in wrestling, going up against each other. Which side is going to win? It's going to be more American showman like MJF or that strong style nature of Hiroshi Tanahashi. I don't even know if MJF knows how to work this Japanese style, especially given his character who does not like New Japan Pro Wrestling. This is one of the more interesting matches we have on this entire card. MJF is going to win, that's a no-brainer. But God, is this going to be a good one. I can't wait. Co-main event and another match I'm extremely excited for. Kenny Omega defending the IWGP United States Championship against Will Ospreay in the Wrestle Kingdom rematch. The match at Wrestle Kingdom this year may have been the greatest match of the entire year, or decade, or millennium, we're not too sure yet. It was an all-timer for sure. This one likely will be another one. If it's anything like the Omega Okada series, we're on for another fantastic match. That will be won by Will Ospreay. I think they go 1-1, and then we likely get a rematch at All In if Kenny Omega is not facing somebody else. But for sure, another banger alert. What has been billed as the main event of the show, the ultimate AEW vs New Japan match, Bryan Danielson versus Kazuchika Okada. This can go either way, honestly, but in the last 2 years, I've noticed that Bryan Danielson is like such a giving opponent. Loses a lot more than he should. Honestly, he's probably going to lose here too, if I'm being honest. So I got Okada winning this one. And that's my predictions for the show. Make sure you guys like and subscribe for more, and I will see you at the show. Peace.